I was shocked a few years ago when I learned that in the Netherlands, people are told when you're 65, stop trying to put your pants on standing up. Wow. It meant it was not at all surprising to me uh, to learn that at a certain age, you should never climb up a ladder to replace a light bulb or something like that. But to not try and put your pants on standing up, uh, I've given that up myself, but to know it's a national policy of health and wellness in the Netherlands interested me. I learned fairly recently that Leonard Cohen, my beloved musician, uh, fell at home and was killed by the injury. Uh, I have known for a while that our most beloved United States Senator, uh, uh, next to Wayne Morris, Mark Hatfield, former governor, fell in his home and died of the injury. A guy named Jake Tanzer, who was widely considered by my lawyer colleagues as the smartest lawyer in Oregon, uh, he fell at home and bumped his head. And uh, when his wife got up in the morning, he was in the process of dying. Uh, so I, of course, also, my first case suing in federal court was for a 25-year-old who had fallen, who was a farm worker for my late father-in-law, who fell and over backwards and hit his head real hard. And the police, the farmer called the police and they hauled him to the jail. There was no allegation he'd done anything wrong, but he was drunk. But I guess that's doing something wrong. But he wasn't driving or doing anything that was against the law. They took him to jail and hauled him in there at 8 o'clock at the night, and at 10 or 11 the next morning, he died without being unconscious the whole time. And we sued in federal court and recovered some money for his father and mother and sister. But bumps on the head, subdural hematomas, I know way too much about that. But the reason I'm going on about this is that I'm highly aware now that that's one of the greatest risks for me, for my survival. So I pay a lot of attention now to where I put my feet down. And that's a big change. I think about each step under any kind of circumstance other than shuffling along on a floor inside a building. And I'm so proud and happy that when we went to Europe in November and climbed in and out of 8 musea, uh, I never fell. Likewise, in our 8 weeks in Nicaragua in January, February, and March, climbing around in the jungle there, walking over broken, they were working on the road there and it was all broken up. And I never fell there either. So I'm on a roll. I know pride goeth before the fall. I tell people that I love the fact that I can hold on to my rototiller when I operate it because it's like a walker. If I start to lose my balance, it weighs 360 pounds, so I can just shift around holding on to the handles and not fall. But that being said, I am highly aware that I better watch out. I have a Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I don't want to have that great fall. And in conclusion, the main reason that it came through my mind almost 3 years ago, it's another 2 weeks and it'll be 3 years, that I should quit drinking was I'd been falling. And I thought, this isn't good. I could get hurt. So I'm so glad I quit drinking because I don't get into a situation where I could take a big dive. I might take one doing something else, but it won't be because I had a snoot full of alcohol.